Rodrigo Vera, his nickname El Gato Loco, which means the crazy cat. We've all had one of those, right? Right? You've had a crazy cat?
Heck no, I don't deal with cats.
The rest of you, we can talk about it. Head-to-head, height the same, 1-inch reach advantage for the Cyborg in a fight where the O gotta go, but we don't know
whose O will go.
Whose O will go. Torres, Vera, Blake Grice in the cage. Our 6th fight of an action-packed 10. We've already got your money's worth, folks. We've seen 2 or 3 names emerge that we will hear about again, and we have our main event, our co-main event. And I don't think anybody is disappointed in Lima as Cyborg goes reverse roundhouse, spinning back kick.
El Gato Loco in the black, Cyborg in the blue, stalking El Gato Loco.
And it is, yes, Vera in black again, pushing that pressure as Juliana just touched on.
And it's worth noting that Cyborg, Torres in the blue on the right, is the prodigy of Villaseca. And these 3 Chilean fighters, this is the 2nd that we're seeing of the night. Villaseca will be our co-main.
He is an underdog against Marlon Gonzalez.
Yes, and the interesting thing is that all 3 of these Chilean fighters are super tough. We saw Jennifer Gonzalez in that opening female bout. This is the 2nd Chilean fighter coming out, and Villaseca will be our 3rd, and they are tough, and this is his prodigy that we're seeing right now, Eduardo Cyborg Torres.
1-0 for Chile.
Not too much action, definitely a distance gauge. They're both feeling each other out.
Oof. By the way, for Chile, we talked about Copa America starting. Chile's the 2-time reigning champs. Can't wait for that to see as the attack here from Vera.
Vera looking for a takedown, hardcore.
Really quickly for Cyborg Torres, he fought his Combate debut May of last year, so he's back in there after a year. He defeated Kevin Amador. Amador, one of the Mexican border fighters from Ensenada. A TKO in round 3.
And you can see in the corner of Torres is Villaseca. He has a fight in like 2 more fights, and he's in the corner cornering his fighter.
He'll probably be fighting in an hour and a half, but here he is.
Yeah, that's great. Teamwork makes the dream work. Nice head
and
position.
Juliana can turn a phrase. She's turned 2 in the last 10 minutes.
Nice foot stomps from Rodrigo El Gato Loco Vera.
So you're a dog person.
Yes. Got a 100-pound German Shepherd.
Wow. Listen to the crowd get into it, just like the last fight. The Peruvian folks there are just elated with this event. They want it back, and I'm sure Campbell is hearing it. I'm sure Campbell somewhere's got a grin from ear to ear, almost like Gladiator saying, "Are you not entertained?"
Campbell is a genius, the man, the myth, the legend behind all of this.
We miss him here.
We do.
He will be back next Friday when we are live from Tucson for...
Is he joining us?
From what his tweeting said, yes.
Oh,
you know, I mean, he's been to Tucson a few times. Lima is an undiscovered country, literally.
Yeah, well, it's undiscovered for us too, Campbell. Jeez.
It's a long flight from here. From LA, I did the math. I'd probably connect in Dallas. It'd be an 8-hour commute.
Yeah,
I think.
no,
You were about 10.
No, I'm glad I didn't go, actually.
Plus, you want to get your.
I don't want to travel outside to go to another amazing country.
Wait
a minute.
You know how cool it is to open your passport and see a Peruvian stamp on there? That is cool.
Yeah.
Next time we'll be there. We're already going to campaign for the trip to Spain later this year.
Boom, boom, flurry of punches.
Nice from Torres.
Torres, get off of me. Get off of me.
This is a very evenly viewed fight.
Ooh. Little switch kickaroo. Spinning back kick. Beautiful. I'd have to see it.
Low blow. It was a
replay.
Slight low blow, but on the erring on the side of safety is our official Blake Grice.
He's fine.
Take a deep breath.
Okay.
You can get 5 minutes.
I'd need to see a replay in order to agree with you, Max.
Combate Peru. ¿Qué pasa, mi gente?
They got great food in Peru, right? You know who told me that? Valentina Shevchenko.
Yeah, well...
She lived in Peru for many years.
There's a lot of Peruvian restaurants in the United States that do very well. The big plate, lomo saltado, a steak-based plate.
Yep.
Everything comes with about 30 pounds of French fries. and then the ceviche and the seafood. Lima is on the Pacific Ocean coastline, so you get a wonderful array of food. Chile, too. I mean, you go down the same waters, the famous Chilean sea bass, one of the most delicious things you can fish out of the ocean.
That right hand landed clean, fresh, right on the cheek of Vera, but he picked it up, got the head position, and he's been able to control Torres on the jaula for, you know, a majority of this first round so far.
Changing levels there, Vera, for a moment. This is really evenly tilted. It is hard to see a slightest edge one direction. That nice flurry of punches from Torres is about the only separating factor thus far as we reach the end of the first round.
Yeah, out in the open, Torres is a dangerous guy. You can tell that Vera doesn't want anything to do with him out in the open, that he's trying to close the distance and get into the clinch and get a takedown as desperately as possible. But he has yet to be successful in that takedown area.
Straightforward punt as a little daylight for Torres after a little touch up there from Vera.
Good power.
Great tips.
Powerhouse.
Round 2.
It's all in the hips. And Torres's hips don't lie. He hasn't been able to get taken down.
Yeah, and again, we'll see Vera go for that as Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is his bag, baby.
Whew, and Torres is scary, switching stances on the drop of a hat, turning into a southpaw, which is what you see here, and then going back to orthodox, which is really confusing if you're his opponent. You're like, which way is he coming from? He's coming from both ways, so you got to be ready for both.
Interesting with Vera, as good as a practitioner of jiu-jitsu he is, of his 8 wins, 5 have come via the knockout.
Yeah, he moves like a cat. He's got cat-like prowess.
He's a crazy cat.
He is a crazy cat. He's our El Gato Loco. But he does have that knockout ability. Going for the ankle pick.
Cyborg looking to get underneath.
There's a single leg. Out in the open, you're almost there, bud.
Takes him to the deep waters.
Stuffed.
Oof, and he comes over the top with that kick.
Big knee.
And now the strikes, spinning back fist, misses, but it keeps Cyborg away.
For a sec.
Tight, good use of the jab, overhand right.
Torres nice and long and lanky, using his distance well.
This is working.
Reeling off his punches and just being accurate.
The punches there, that boxing game was working for Cyborg, but now he's got to separate to do that again. Big knee.
Beautiful job. He has the overhook. He was controlling the chin and pushing away so that he could sneak in that knee to the body. Beautiful display of technique.
Once again, Peru versus Chile for the second of 3 occasions here tonight. Peru, the epicenter of Western South America. Chile right below it, right above it. Colombia, Ecuador.
Now, here's the annoying part. Torres is doing so great everywhere else, but the second that he gets pinned up against La Jaula, it's like he's a fish out of water. He doesn't know what to do. And he needs to get off of there.
This is where I think you see the green nature of some of these fighters. They're good, but the all-round game, there's still a lot of fine-tuning. And I think Torres is probably near the top of that list as well.
You see the green, but you also see the strength in Vera for him to be able to pin Torres, a strong guy like Torres, up against La Jaula for this long and control him there. Shows you how strong Vera is. He's able to completely take away all of the weapons of Torres and just keep him stuck like a duck up against La Jaula fence. And he's doing a great job of doing that. And sometimes, like in football, whoever controls the ball wins. So you got to kind of pray that A, it doesn't go to the judges, and if it do, that they see it for you because you were able to hold him there. Inside trip, my favorite.
Got
beautiful,
that ankle.
Beautiful, beautiful.
In the guard. I can't keep up with you, Peña. Stuck like a duck, and that is where Torres is on his back on the canvas. And this is where El Gato Loco wants to be.
El Gato Loco finally gets a takedown with one of my favorite takedowns. Inside trip, beautifully executed. Finally gets it done with only a minute and a little over 30 seconds left in the second round. You got to work, boy.
Dangerous elbow
swept
by Torres, but the referees viewed it okay. Onto the feet, big knee. And now he's got to unfurl those fists. Jab. Big kick. This is good again from Torres.
Switch kick.
Battle of styles now.
And
Thought
Torres,
about the spinning back fist and then went with the kick instead. Now what Vera had finally got what he wanted, and now he's got to kind of go back from scratch, looking for that takedown again, I would imagine.
Right, and it just sucks, all that work, and then you get reversed. But he can't be shelling up here. This is where he needs to implement his own strikes. He does have 5 knockouts of his own, so just quit being timid and start throwing bombs, dog.
He did go in a shell, to your point, Juliana. The punches are connecting from Torres, but can he continue? Went for the elbow that could have caused a lot of damage. 36 seconds to go in round 2.
And Torres just fires right down the pipe. 1s and 2s straight punches. They're landing. Even though he's trying to do that, you know, that pillar up, hands up blocking, those punches are going through going through both of his hands, and that knee hit him right in the chin.
Torres with a win here would certainly be given some consideration in the pecking order at 135, with John Castañeda missing weight, with Marcelo Rojo losing to Castañeda. There is an opportunity for bantamweights as we reach the end of round number 2. Would you care to offer a prediction on those first 2 rounds? I would tend to think Torres round 2, correct? Not necessarily.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on what you're looking at. He was controlled again on the fence pretty well. But Torres, when he's out in the open like this, he's dangerous. And he's kind of been stalking him like that out in the open, and that's where he's the most successful. So Vera needs to bite down on his mouthpiece and come forward.
Oh, good uppercut from Torres as he goes turtling up again, does Vera. Backing up, Torres looking to pick his spot, changing his angles. Highly rated bantamweight catches Vera downstairs, gets a little closer. He wants to catch him with that elbow. That is the moneymaker, if he could just connect.
And this is where Torres is going to find the most success. You're out in the open, you're long and lanky. Keep those punches firing right down the clown's mouth. Straight punches only. This is where he's finding the most of his successes, right here on the feet. Takedown
attempt, but not going to get it done there. Torres was ready.
Torres's feet are nice and wide, got great base. You don't want him, you do not want to let him lock his hands. Pulling out for the single leg, switches to the double leg.
Excellent, got that leg out. But now
back on the grind is Vera.
This is really impressive. Round 2, and now in round 3, Torres unloading, looking for some daylight. Vera in an uncomfortable situation now. You can see it etched on his face. Another big punch from Torres, and Vera not really preventing those from getting through.
Vera, bite down on your mouthpiece and quit backing up to this guy.
Well, he keeps doing it, and those arms keep protecting the face. Torres looking like a cyborg. Yes. Big takedown from El Gato Loco. Meow!
Meow! You know what?
That sounds like a Gato Loco right there.
No,
you've met one before.
It was great, perfect timing by Vera, excuse me, to get that takedown, and he needs more of that. It's got to be the unassuming takedown in order to get Torres to his back, because he's seeing every other type of takedown in transition. It's too telegraphed. He needs to catch him off guard with those takedowns, because he almost had it, and that was the best attempt of his takedown other than that single leg.
Oh, big elbows.
Inside leg trip, I meant to say, not the single leg.
Defensive crawl against from Vera, but some of those are getting through. Some blood on the bridge of the nose of Vera, who is getting outclassed as this fight goes on. It stayed on the feet by and large. Torres, Cyborg.
And Torres has been the brighter fighter in this fight. Vera has just been content with trying to lock up and hug onto him the entire first round and second round. And Torres has just been content to stay right in the center pocket and trade. And I know that's what these guys like to see. They want to see these guys slugging and banging it out, and they're not too keen on the whole hugging bit.
That straight right from Torres gets right through the clown's mouth, as you say, over and over. Blood dripping from the nose around the eyes of Vera. He was the favorite coming in. 2 unbeaten fighters, but the O will go, and it looks like it's going to go against Vera unless he's able to tilt things in his favor here and tilt them quickly.
Bite down on your mouthpiece, Vera, and throw your punches. Throw the kitchen sink at him.
Chileno.
You got 1 minute to go, you know what I mean? You might as well go for broke. Might as well just start wilding out. There it is. Those are those unassuming takedowns.
That was big.
Fakes, shoots. That's the one that's going to get him. And unfortunately, it takes...
Whoa! Catches the back. Vera squeezes. He bit down on that mouthpiece, Juliana.
He did. But like I was trying to say earlier, unfortunately, it's coming a little bit too late. He's maybe gonna try to suck up a bulldog choke here, but I doubt it. He's trapped with the fence. He's not gonna be able to sit out on that as much as he would like. Well, now he can. Now he for sure can.
He 2 takedowns in this 3rd round, which will make these scorecards interesting. Looking to take the back, see if the hips can drop in and change the level.
Too high.
Yep. 10 seconds. But this will sort of at least prevent him from getting hit anymore. Pretty crafty here late from Vera.
Yep. It sucks. He figured it out a little bit too late.
All right, so it's going to go to the cards. I would tend to think Torres, but enough to leave things in doubt. What say you, Venezuelan Vixen?
I would say that that definitely plays a part. The fact that Vera was able to control Torres up against La Jaula, but here in Combate, they're not too keen on that type of style of fighting. So my heart would say Vera, but my head says Torres for sure. Especially because Torres was able to implement a lot of his own striking and get a lot of his striking off, which was crisp and clean, and he landed quite a bit. Round 1, Vera had Torres trapped against the fence. Here out in the open, Torres was the most dangerous with crisp punches. But Vera was able to keep him on La Jaula, which really showed his strength. Round 2, here we go.
I thought this was Torres' round, pillar to post.
I think you might be right. But finally, he executes a single leg takedown and gets what he was working so hard for. Single leg takedown, beautiful, perfectly executed. That knee went right up through the center and caught Vera. Round 3, Torres was able to get a lot of his punches off, finally. But Vera was also able to get 2 takedowns right in the open. Boom.
Enough takedowns there. I think 4 in total for Vera to make things interesting. Right. And this is a huge decision, Juliana, because someone's O is going to go. Nobody wants to taste defeat for the first time, but someone in all likelihood will hear. Lupe.
3 vueltas, los jueces nos entregan una decisión unánime. Los 3 anotando 30-27. Ladies and gentlemen, after going all 3 rounds, we have a unanimous decision. All 3 judges are in agreement, turning in identical scorecards of 30-27. A favor del ganador. In favor of the winner, El Cyborg.